Hello again. In this video, I'll show you how to get to low Earth orbit from rocket booster Burnout. To do this, you must know the GPS coordinates and velocity of the rocket at Burnout. Also, you must know the desired inclination for the final orbit. Start by clicking on the File tool from the menu bar and then selecting the Default Project option. This clears all existing orbits that you may have created. You can also do this using the Alt-D key sequence. Click on the Add Satellite button to open the Set Initial Parameters dialog. From the available options, choose Burnout above Earth. Now set the GPS coordinates and the altitude above sea level for the Burnout location, remembering to press the Tab key between text box entries. Choose any values for longitude and latitude that you want. For the altitude, choose 10 kilometers. For the velocity at Burnout, choose 3,000 meters per second. You can vary this later to get the final orbit altitude you want. Set the desired orbit inclination for your satellite to be a value larger than the launch latitude. If you attempt to choose an orbit inclination less than your launch latitude, SOS will change it. Then choose north or south for a launch direction. SOS will now show you the launch azimuth you must use. It's different depending on whether you choose a north or south launch. Remember that launch azimuth and orbit inclination are not the same. Now click on the Set Parameters and Recalculate Orbit button. When back in the main window, in the Camera Group box, set the Looking at option to Satellite 1, the Viewing from option to Not Controlled, and the Rotation Point option to Satellite 1. Go to the Satellite 1 group box and set the satellite image to red ball and turn off ground track. In the Display group box, turn off satellite orbit steps and set sphere size to 3. Now use the mouse to zoom in on the satellite, which starts at 10 kilometers altitude with an initial velocity of 3,000 meters per second. Click on the Go to Apogee button once and note the altitude above sea level at this new position. This will be the final satellite orbit altitude. If this is not the altitude you want, change the Burnout altitude or velocity to change it. Next, go to the Satellite 1 group box and click on the Add Delta V button. When the Set Delta V dialog opens, click on the Circularize Orbit button. Finally, click on the Use and Calculate button. You are now back in the main window and should see your new orbit. To see the delta V required to enter this orbit from apogee of the initial ballistic trajectory, look at the Timed Events subgroup box inside the Satellite 1 group box. To verify that your orbit has the inclination you requested, run the simulation forward to simulation time equal to about 10 minutes. Then, click on the More Information and Events button. From the dialog box that pops up, you can read the actual orbital elements at this chosen epoch, including the inclination. Note that the orbit is drifting as time progresses due to Earth bulge. You can now add more rocket burns to continue the mission or save this project as a template. If you find this video useful, please give it a like, and consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to be notified when new content is added, click on the notification bell. We also need your feedback, so please leave comments or requests for new videos in the comments section. Goodbye.